Hello! So, the other day I put this post up on this Facebook group, and it was like a type 1 diabetic Facebook group that I put it up on. And it was so interesting because I just wanted to put a bit of positivity out there because, in my opinion, I think that everyone who's diabetic, like, we're gonna be this way for our whole lives. So, in my opinion, we shouldn't be sad about it. Well, I mean, I get that it's not the most ideal thing ever, but like, I don't think that it's worth dwelling on and waking up every day feeling sorry for yourself about it, if that makes sense. So I think it's lovely to just put a bit of positivity out there, and so I asked a question in the group and I said, what is your favourite thing about type 1 diabetes? And I know that it might be hard to answer, and I know that, like, it's not something I would wish on anyone. I'm not saying it's like the best thing that's ever happened to me, but I think it's good to see the good things about it, the good things that can come from it. So the comments, it was actually lovely. Like, the people were, most people anyway, they were commenting nice. They were like, oh, I'm so happy that you asked this because, you know, I've asked, I don't know, my son or my daughter, and they love their snacks. They love how they can eat their snacks whenever they want when their friends can't, and stuff like that. And it was so sweet. Like, I don't know, I just felt it was really nice. There were some people who were saying that it was good for their perspective on the world, because they're thinking, you know, some people, they might have hidden disabilities. And that got me thinking a little bit, because I was thinking, like, yeah, that can actually happen. Like, you never know what someone's going through, you never know what's going on in people's head, you don't know what's actually going on in people's bodies, like, even if they appear physically fine. And I guess people were saying that they definitely felt more empathy, and I don't know, I guess, like, their mindset sort of changed, and they felt like they could sort of connect with people more, and they felt like in themselves they were more resilient, more empathetic, and things like that. And I absolutely loved that. I thought that was a really nice comment, and I saw that coming again and again. That was quite a common thing that people were saying. And there were also some people saying how they love the community, which to me was very interesting, because I actually, in my experience, I haven't met that many people with type 1 diabetes. Like, I know people who have type 2, and I know people who have other types as well, but, like, close to me, I don't really know of that many people, other than obviously the people that I know at the hospital. There's some people that I know of, but I don't really speak to that often or anything like that. So that was kind of interesting to me, because for me, like, we have those Facebook groups, but for me it's just too negative. Like, sometimes I do go on them because I like to sort of, if people have questions and I could answer them, I kind of like doing that to sort of like help out when I can and stuff, and just share a bit of my own experience. But overall, it's not exactly the best place to be, in my opinion. Like, it's so negative. There are so many people that complain all the time. They say about how awful it is to be diabetic, how blah blah blah. And I understand that it's hard. I understand that it's a lifelong condition. I understand that once you have it, you can't get rid of it, and you have it for life. You have to have, like, things like this attached to you all the time, or if you choose to have a pump as well, it's like attached to you all the time. And I do understand that, and I get that, like, obviously hypos, like, you have to treat them, you have to have, like, sugar, and, well, you have to bring stuff to bring your blood sugar levels back up with you all the time. It's constant, it's very constant, and I 100% understand that. But to me, the way I see it is, it's just something that I have to do in my life. Like, for example, like, every day, I don't know, I brush my teeth every day, and I don't think, oh, I have to brush my teeth again. Like, I don't think about it like that. I don't think, oh, I'm so annoyed that I ate this food and now I have to brush my teeth. Why should I have to deal with that? That's an awful thing. How awful is that to be human? Because I have to brush my teeth. And I mean, I get that obviously diabetes is a bigger deal than brushing your teeth, because you can die from it. Like, I'm not saying it's easy at all. That's not what I'm saying. However, I've had it for over 4 years now. I've had it for a long time, and, well, you know, to me it's a decent amount of time. Like, I'm used to it. I mean, that's why I say I know people have had it for their whole lives and they're like in their 50s or whatever. But anyway, like, I have had it for a decent amount of time where I've gotten used to it. I've got a routine and I don't really think about it all the time. And to me it's sort of just like almost like brushing my teeth. It's just sort of a thing that I just do. I have to do it. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying, you know, I choose to do it. Like, if, I don't know, if someone said to me, oh, you can get this, like, you don't have to do this for the rest of your life if you, like, want to, you know, then obviously I would take that. It's not exactly something that I would choose to have. But at the same time, for me and myself, it's not something to be upset about all the time, because the reality is I have to do it, and that's not going to change. If I want to do it or if I don't want to do it, I'm still going to have to do it. So for me, there's kind of no point like being that upset about it. You know, it's obviously like natural to be a bit frustrated sometimes and whatever, but yeah, that's just the way I see it. So anyway, in these communities, when people are constantly complaining, I'm just like, I start to feel kind of rubbish, I can't lie. I don't feel happy to go into these communities. I don't feel like, oh, this is a great space to be in because people are complaining all the time. Like, no. And so that's kind of what got me thinking, and that's sort of what inspired me to write that message in the group, because I was thinking, actually, I don't want to have all of these spaces that are negative. I actually don't want that. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do my little bit, and I'm going to sprinkle my little bit of positivity in that space. And of course, with a comment like that, I was bound to get some negativity. Like, I knew before I posted that, I knew someone, is at least like 5 people are going to have something to say about that. And they did. There was this one woman who I actually feel kind of sad for her, to be honest, because she did not seem like a very happy person. And she was saying to me, like, how could you put a question like that? That's awful. There's no good thing about this ever. Like, there's never going to be something good about this. You just have to think about yourself and whatever. I'm just like, well, like, that's actually not true. Like, I get that with the disease itself, or it's not, well, yeah, like, it's like an autoimmune disease. I get with the thing itself, I get there's not really positives, but there are a lot. Like, for me, I'm a different person. I'm more resilient, I'm more empathetic, I am more, I guess, I just put up with things a bit easier, and I guess I just deal with it, I suppose. I guess I've gotten used to adapting quite easily. Yeah, like, there are quite a few things that have came from that, and obviously it's sort of indirectly from diabetes. It's not like diabetes itself directly made me like a better person or anything like that, but it's like through dealing with it and through managing it and through experience, things have happened that otherwise wouldn't have happened. Like, for example, when I sent that message, I said, right, I'll go first, I'll tell you my favourite thing. And I went on to talk about how in my exams at school, I got my own room, which was amazing having my own room. 2, I had a comfy chair. And doing an exam, especially like a 3-hour exam, having a comfy chair was absolutely amazing. And I had the nice little view outside. I could look out the window. This is number 3. I could look out the window, and it's funny because when I was doing my prelims in winter, I also had, I could sit next to the radiator, and so I was nice and warm. People in the exam hall were freezing because they were in the gym hall, right? And obviously the gym hall is built to keep you cool because you're going to be running around and sweating. So the ceilings are so high, and just there's no heating in there at all. And keep in mind, prelims are like December, January in Scotland in winter. It was like snowing outside. They were in the exam hall shivering. They were so cold, and I have Raynaud's, and so with my hands, like, they would have gone numb. They genuinely would have gone numb, and I wouldn't be able to write properly. So I was lucky with my nice little own room. I had an invigilator there with me. I was next to the radiator. I could look out the view. And one of the biggest fears I had, like when I was younger, about taking exams was that, what if people think that I'm cheating? Because I would never cheat. Like, I would be far too scared, and I'd prefer to, like, you know, actually know what the answer is rather than cheat anyway. So I was so scared, like, what if someone thinks that I was cheating? So that was like my worst fear ever. And I was on my own, so of course I couldn't cheat. Like, how could I cheat? Well, I guess, okay, there are other ways of cheating, obviously, but like, I don't know, I just felt so relieved that like people wouldn't think I was looking at other people's papers or anything like that. I had the clock right in front of me, so I knew exactly what time I was on. It was amazing, and I could have rest breaks as well. So it was just so good. Like, I could just say, oh, can I take a break? And I could look at my blood sugar levels. If I needed to, I could have a snack. I don't think I ever did that actually in an exam, but it was good to have it there anyway. And it was just so like chill. I was so like ready for my exams, and I just didn't have to think about other things. So that was literally like, I absolutely loved that about diabetes, is that I could just be like, well, I need my own room just in case my blood sugar goes low, and I don't want to distract anyone else. So anyway, I got my own room. I didn't actually say that, they actually offered it to me. I didn't even think about that at first, to be honest. But yeah, it was actually perfect. It was so good. And anyway, in the comments there were people saying things like they like the snacks, they like how they can bring in their, like, you know, their bags like anywhere, and they can bring their snacks into the cinema, stuff like that. And those are all very good things. And I think probably my favourite one was how people changed inside and became more empathetic, became more resilient, became like more compassionate as people. And I think that's just so lovely. And I really want to continue that. I really want to just keep people recognizing that, you know, there are good things that can come from bad things. And I don't think that, I don't know, like that woman in the comment section, well, it was another one who was saying like 43 years and I am sick of this, blah blah blah. Like, I get that, I get it can be tiring, but I think that, you know, there are some people replying to these negative comments, they were saying like, you can actually choose if you want to be sad about this for the rest of your life, because you're going to have it for the rest of your life, or you can choose to see the positives. Someone was like, there's no positives at all. I'm like, okay. But yeah, and so like, to me it's just so important to just have like a mindset and be thankful for things. Like, especially when I was diagnosed at first, I was like, wow, I'm so happy that this isn't going to have a huge effect on my life. Like, this could have been a terminal illness, it could have been something that really drastically changed, like, I don't know, the way I lived my life or my appearance or something like that, which I'm very grateful that it didn't. Like, it's okay, yeah, I do have like technology attached to me, but that's kind of it. Like, there's nothing that drastically changes my appearance or drastically changes like the way my body works or anything like that. And obviously I have to take insulin to keep myself alive, I know that, but to me it's just like, it's so good that that's what's wrong with me, and it's not something that could have been so much worse, in my opinion, a lot worse. So yeah, and I think just going forward, I think I realised that I just want to sort of share my perspective on it and kind of like try and help bring out a bit more positivity, a bit more gratitude, and a bit more of that type of thought, like that type of thinking, and a bit of a mentality change, because I think it's so easy to get caught in complaining about things, being sad about things. I think it's so easy, but I think that going forward, just for everyone to be happy, especially because we have this disease forever, like, you know, you don't really want to be waking up every day being sad. At least I don't want to be. So if anyone else agrees with me, if anyone thinks that they want to be more positive, then that's an amazing thing. That's amazing. And so in the Facebook group that we've created, I really want to make it my mission to just spread positivity. That's sort of what I really want to do, because when other people are happy, then just people become happier around them, and it has such a domino effect. It has such a nice little butterfly effect when people are nice. And so I'm going to keep on leaving my little positive comments every now and again, even though I might get some negative backlash, whatever, because that just reflects them, and I feel sad that they feel sad. Like, I feel sad for them, I mean. But I'm not going to let that change the way that I think. And yeah, I guess I'm just so grateful that so many people in that community did respond positively, because now I also think that I actually have a better opinion about these communities too. And you know, as much as people do complain, people want to see the positive side as well, and I really like that. So it gave me a little bit of hope, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing how far this positivity can go. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to, hopefully people can like spread different pieces of positivity and be kind to each other, and hopefully just everyone just feels a little bit happier, because that would be absolutely amazing. So if you're watching this, this is your sign to smile at someone, to say something positive, to give someone a compliment, to do something, tell someone that they're amazing. Just do something, one little positive thing you can do right now, because it has such a good effect on people, and it's so nice. Like, that's literally something I'm just so passionate about. And so if you can do that today, that would be absolutely amazing. Even though it might sound a little bit cheesy, a little bit cliche, it's so true. Like, when people smile at each other, people say something nice to each other, that literally, like, you're not going to lose anything if you do that. So that's what I challenge you to do today. Bye!